Hey guys, how's everything going today? Let's see, we'll wait and see if anybody wants to join us. How's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good day? At least the sun's out. It doesn't look like it's snowing today, which is kind of a nice change from the last few days, huh? I'm glad everybody's here joining us, the Sweetwater County Library System, with one of our new virtual story times that we're trying out. We'd love to hear any comments that you guys have on these, how we can make them a little bit better for you. I'm Miss Sunny, in case I haven't met any of you. I work at the Rock Springs Library down here on C Street, and I know we're all missing you guys and hoping that this quarantine and social distancing gets lifted here pretty soon so we all get to hang out again instead of having to interact like this. So we are going to do what we're going to call Stories with Sunny. And instead of having a typical story time where we're singing songs and doing a lot of finger plays, which are a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but I would like to read books that you want to hear. So I started out by asking just on my personal Facebook page of my friends if they would drop me a comment of books that their kids are absolutely loving right now. And we came up with a really fun list of books to read. And I would love to have the same thing with you guys. So as we're getting done today, if you would leave me a comment with your kid's favorite book or your favorite picture book that you'd like to hear me read, and leave a comment also with their name, we'll give a little shout out to them when we read them. So for all of my usual story time kiddos, we know we start by doing what? By turning our ears on, right? You've got to have your ears turned on so you can hear the stories just fine. We're not going to worry too much about our bubbles today. I think with everything going on, if you want to chat a little bit, we've probably earned that right. But the other thing we want to do is get our fingers ready. You guys get your fingers ready? Because we're going to talk a little bit with our hands. We're going to learn a couple ASL signs today. And the very first one that we're going to learn is blue, the color blue. So I'm going to have everybody make the ASL sign for B, and you're going to kind of wave it back and forth. You're going to do it like the Queen of England. You're going to go from your elbow, not your wrist. You're going to say blue. And the reason we're going to learn and use the word blue today is our first book, Blue. My friend Oliver from Green River, Wyoming, asked that we do a blue book, and so I found this one for him. So hopefully, Oliver, you enjoy it. So let's see. Blue. Let's look around for colors. It's time to play. How many blue things can you find today? Can you guys look around the room you're sitting in and find something that's blue? It's breakfast time. What do you want to eat? Blueberries in your bowl. What a tasty treat. Can you see the butterfly? It's flying by outside. It has landed on a flower with its wings spread out wide. Can you show me your butterfly wings? Can you flap your butterfly wings for me? Let's go for a walk. The sun is bright. Wear a blue hat to block out the light. Look in the sky. There's a bird flying past. Its feathers are blue. It's flying so fast. Let's go to the beach. Do you like to swim? The sea is blue. Time to jump in. Look in the water. Are there blue fish nearby? Aren't you clever? You found them first try. Can you guys count how many fish there are with me? There are 1, 2, 3, 4 blue fish. Do you want to go sailing? Let's sail out west. Which boat should we take? The blue boat is best. It's been a long day. The sun is getting low. The blue watch on your wrist says it's time to go. You say bye-bye. So there was our first book, Blue. So thank you, Ollie, for recommending this book to us. It was a lot of fun. Now our next book is a little bit longer, but I think it'll be a lot more fun. Stretchy McHandsome. So I want everybody to take your pointer finger and your thumb. And I want you to come right by your nose, and I want you to pull on your whisker. and that's how we say cat in ASL. And Stretchy McHandsome is definitely a cat, huh? All right. The McHandsome clan is lively and large. They lived in a box with no one in charge. There was Fergus, McDougal, Benny, and Roy, Rue, Jamie, Callie, and Joy. It's a lot of cats, isn't it? And then there was Stretchy, the butterscotch boy. Now Stretchy was different in more ways than one. He was stretchy and handsome, a soft bundle of fun. He was Tom of the Tumble Club, lord of the fleas, cuckoo on catnip, a hugger of trees. One eye was blue, the other was green, and around his dear neck hung a stinky sardine. Can you guys see his little sardine? A sardine's a kind of fish. But it wasn't always easy to be the baby of the brood of rough, tough barrel puffs, cantankerous and rude. There were many disagreements over food and where to sleep, and Stretchy always landed on the bottom of the heap. So was it any wonder when Stretchy hatched a plan to take a small vacation from the wild McHandsome clan? His brothers and his sisters all agreed that he should go, and gave him a good licking from his head down to his toe. Then after a tasty breakfast of fishy bones and rocks, our butterscotch boy sprang out of the family box. Do you guys like fish bones and rocks for breakfast? It's not my favorite. The first thing he did, which to some could be frightening, was dash down the street like butterscotch lightning. He jumped into a fountain, splashed round and round, scratched 200 stretchy marks all over town. The freewheeling kitty made a stop at the zoo for an ear-splitting roar from a cousin or two. But the tigers thought Stretchy smelled just like dessert, so the butterscotch boy hid under a skirt. Until, that is, he spotted a mouse, which he chased down a path and into a house, where a hungry old woman, most pleased with her guest, attempted to eat the sardine on his chest. Stretchy escaped with his tail all akimbo to soak up the sun in an old bookstore window. On the sidewalk outside, all squeezed in betweeny, stood a lass named McBride, a very sweet human beanie. She had unusual looks, more the ears of a kitten, and around her wee neck hung a wild woolly mitten. When Beanie saw Stretchy, it was love at first sight. She raced into the store and squeezed that cat tight. She ruffled his whiskers and butterscotch fur. He replied with a nip, a lick, and a purr. Can you guys purr like a kitty? In a matter of minutes, the pair were both smitten. They traded two things, his sardine for her mitten. And then what came next was so utterly fetching. Without breathing a word, they both began stretching. Okay, let's take a stretch break. Can everybody stretch really quick? Stretch your arms up and to the side a little bit. Can you touch your toes? I'm sitting on the floor, so I can't touch my toes. Okay, was that a good stretch break? All right. At the very same time, back in the box, McDougal found Stretchy's collection of rocks. It made them all wonder where Stretchy was at, 'cause it's scary out there for a wandering cat. Then every McHandsome handsomely hissed as they set off in search of the brother they missed. Fergus found a tiny poop. Callie met the cousins. Benny spied a stretchy mark. Rue discovered dozens. McDougal met a tired mouse. Jamie made a wish. and when Roy and Joy picked up the scent of a very stinky fish. Do you remember who had a stinky fish hanging around his neck? A tiny bit later, a girl and a cat were riding a seesaw and having a chat, while 2 streets away 8 noses were seen sniffing the air for a stinky sardine. By late afternoon, the girl and her kitten had fallen asleep with a fish and a mitten, but when they woke up from taking their nap, Beanie McBride had 9 cats on her lap. There was Fergus, McDougal, Benny, and Roy, Rue, Jamie, Callie, and Joy, and don't forget Stretchy, the butterscotch boy. Now the McHanson clan is still lively and large when they all took a vote to put Beanie in charge. So the brothers and sisters did something quite hard. They lugged their old box into Beanie's backyard. Now here is the kicker, so don't flip your lids, because Beanie McBride was just one of 9 kids. There was Jody, Tiny, Coco and Earl, Quentin, Finny, Pickles, and Pearl. And don't forget Beanie, Stretchy's wild, woolly girl. All right, guys, so Stretchy McHandsome. I chose this book because one of my friends here in Rock Springs, Wyoming, named Miss Sydney, told me that the best books ever were Christmas books and kitty books. And so we figured, since I'm not going to read a Christmas book quite yet, Stretchy McHandsome was the way to go. So thank you so much, Sydney, for that recommendation. All right, we've got 1 book left, guys. Here's what I want everybody to do. I want you to take your hand. This is going to be your dinosaur's head. This is going to be your dinosaur's body. And you're going to put the ground, and you're going to make your dinosaur walk. You guys do that? That's how we say dinosaur in sign language. And we need to learn how to say dinosaur because we're going to read a book about dinosaurs. How do dinosaurs stay safe? Okay, scooch back out of the way again. How does a dinosaur stay safe all day, whether at home or at school or at play? Does he climb up too high? Do you do that? No. Or jump on his bed? Does he race on his bike with no helmet on head? You'd get in a lot of trouble for that, wouldn't you guys? Is he rough with the cat? Does he stand up on chairs? No way. When Mama says no, does he run down the stairs? If anyone dares him, does he always try to jump from the rooftop as if he could fly? No, a dinosaur doesn't, and I'll tell you why. When crossing the street, he holds Mama's hand tight, and he's ever so watchful to cross with the light. He's careful with forks, knives, and spoons when he eats. He never goes off with the strangers he meets. When swimming with friends, he is careful to be right at the spot where his papa can see. He wears a good helmet when riding his bike. Takes bottles of water when on a long hike. Always safe, never sorry, in playtime and fun, our dinosaur knows how to dial 911. He's careful, not fearful, so here's a big roar. Can you guys all give me a really big dinosaur roar? Stay safe and play safe, little dinosaur. So let's say thank you to Thaddeus from Denver, Colorado for recommending a dinosaur book. I didn't think to ask Thad what his favorite dinosaur was, but I brought my favorite dinosaur, which is a Triceratops. Do you have a favorite dinosaur? I think everyone should have a favorite dinosaur. So those are our books for today. Thank you so much for hanging out and taking time to watch Stories with Sunny. If you didn't get to watch it on Wednesday, Miss Becky from the Green River Library did an amazing story time based on Peekaboo that you should totally go check out and watch if you've got a minute. Please don't forget to leave a comment for me on this with your kiddos' favorite books or books that they would like to hear me read as we continue to do some of these. And while you're hanging out real quick, make sure to give the Sweetwater County Library System page a like and a follow. That will keep you up to date on all the virtual story times and other virtual programs we'll be bringing to you, as well as it has this bank and wealth of information on all of our digital offerings. We have ebooks for adults and for children on multiple platforms. We have the ability to stream movies and television, documentaries as well on some of our, my brain just stopped. Sorry, I'm trying to read. Oh, I love you too, Miss Jen, and you're very welcome, Emily, on some of our platforms, as well as audiobooks. So make sure to check that out. We're also on Instagram. So thanks so much, guys. Stay safe out there, wash your hands, and I'll see you next time for Stories with Sunny.